Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's Man Need a Job, and today we have the Wave Light Structure Deck to open. So, as y'all know, YouTube sent me, so let's get into this. So, YouTube sent me an email saying that my partnership is no longer with them because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Well, there's good news. The ads that I was running on my channel, I wasn't getting paid for anyway. So that's funny. So here's the opening. Let's do this. So let's get into what the hell is this. This happened to be how you play it, how you link everything together, extra booster packs, and this is the play mats. So pretty much I can do whatever the fuck I want on my channel, and it shouldn't be copyrighted because I am no longer a partnership with YouTube unless I hit 1,000 subscribers, which that's not going to happen. The rule book. So let's get into this. There's the first card. I wonder what this is. That's pretty cool. It's like a cigarette pack. You open it like a cigarette pack. And I only know this because my grandma smokes cigarettes. Okay, this first card. And they smell good. The smell is awesome. If this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish up to 2 light monsters, fairy light monsters on the field or graveyard, and add the same number of level 2 light monsters with different names from the extra deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So I like it. Here is another light monster. This thing's effect, if you activate a counter trap, or if the counter trap, somebody decides to run the fucking vacuum, man, that is just great. Or if negate the effect of a spell or trap card or monster effect, either during damage step, you can banish 2 fairy light monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard. Special summon this card from your graveyard. When you activate negated or hidden, even if not, if this card attacks the defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, add 1. What is that? Parsate card or 1 counter trap from your deck or hand. Add it to deck or hand. So that is really fucking good. Roll Decree it. So here's a Power Angel. This is new. If you negate the activation of a spell or trap card or monster card, add 1 light fairy monster from the deck to the hand. You can only activate this effect, the power of this once per turn. It's really good. The Sanctum. This card name becomes the Sanctum of the Sky, Sanctuary of the Sky. While on the field or in the graveyard, fairy monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Spell and trap cards cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you can target Up to 3 fairy monsters in the grave. Fairy monsters and other counter traps with a different name in the graveyard. Place them on top of the deck of any order. Holy shit. That is really good. Rebirth. When a spell, trap card, or effect is activated, reveal one counter trap in your hand, then discard one card, and by 1,000 life point, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle that card into the deck. Then special summon one plant monster from the extra deck. Oh wow, sorry guys. This is awesome. Here's the next card. Each time a counter spell is activated, immediately after it resolves, this card gains 500 attack if it does. And the Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field. Wow. Add one counter trap from your deck to your hand. That's really damn good. This guy is a reprint. This guy's definitely a reprint. Air Knights. Let's see. Honest. The orange, the green, the purple, the white, DD, Sanctuary of the Sky, Cards from the Sky, never heard of it. Manage one light monster from the hand and then draw 2 cards. You cannot special summon when this card is activated. Pretty damn good. Valley, Ties of the Brother, Judgment of Light of Judgment, Dark Bribe. So if you notice, I've seen there's 3 counters so far in this deck, 4 counters, 5 counters. Whenever a spell or trap or monster effect is activated, discard that same type of card. Negate the activation and destroy it. Drastic drop off. When your opponent adds cards to their hand, discard. Recall. Activates a monster effect. Your opponent draws 1 card. Also negate the activation. And 2 tokens. Or a dual link promo. So guys, my next video that I do, it's going to have music in it. It's going to have copyright shit in it because my videos are no longer being paid for. So, well, I never receive a check in the 6 years I've been doing this. So, yeah, there's the promos. I see this deck being top tier. Just the fact that regardless of what you do, you search for a counter, you make the counter go off, you trigger effects that make you go in to get more counters, and then adding light monsters back to the hand is really damn good. So if you think about it, you discard a card for every bullshit that goes on, and then you activate a spell card and it bounce two of your lights back to your hand. It's a repeat of Herald of the Light, if you remember that. Except for that had a bunch of fusions to do with it. So they're going to run these with Link Karibo that's coming out, or some shit like that. This is really good. They play anything, you just negate the shit, and you go get, as long as this is on the board, add one light fairy monster from the hand to graveyard. So, I mean, I think the recall here, so what's weird is you summon something like this. Like, this is definitely a second turn or a first turn deck, because what you do is you set all your damn counters, guys. Summon this guy. They're going to drop their bird as soon as these go off. Well, they can't even drop. To be honest, they can't even drop the $80 bird on it, because these are counters. They're speed 3, guys, which they're the fastest counters. So the whole hand traps against this deck is dead. You can't do anything. They can't do anything, because all you're gonna do is counter. Your opponent draws a card. Yeah, let them draw a card, man. They can't drop off the fucking bird that they're gonna slam me with. Or a monster effect is activated. This card's the same type. So, I mean, this is sick, man. This whole deck is going to be sick. You line everything up. just line your deck up with spell whenever a spell or a monster effect is activated. Discard, really fucking good. Discard, negate. Discard, negate. Discard, trigger, negate. They draw from it, drop off that, trigger again. If you have 2 of those on the board, what does this do again? Okay, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, banish up to 2 light fairy monsters from the field or graveyard. You can banish up to 2. Okay, that's pretty cool. Just discard this with this, and then remove some crappy ass removal from the board. Add 2 Onuses. I believe it's at 2 to your hand. Strike, Dark Bribe, counters a spell. What does this do? Whenever the Sanctuary of Sky is on the field, negate the activation and destroy it. Really good. Sanctuary of the Sky, what does that do? It pumps everything up, or you take no battle damage, something. Battle damage to the control of fairy monsters. Banish this card. All battle damage from fairy monsters comes 0 with this on the board. I mean, the lockdown's there, man. The lockdown is there. You can't get away from that lockdown. I mean, if you go first turn, set all that shit, place that on the board. Their turn, they activate anything, just negate the shit out of it. Go trigger here. Now I want to read the rest of the cards. This one lets you special summon one from your hand. The attack is half. I already told you what this is. Once per turn special, 1 fairy card from your hand. You must control no monsters. Let's see what this does. Banish one light monster if you do draw 2 cards, which is really damn good, just drawing more traps. Take no battle damage for the turn, pretty much. Remove a card from the field, special summon this, return that card that was banished to the field. When this guy is normal summon, target 1. When this guy is normal summon, target 1 from the graveyard, special summon a light fairy. When your opponent activates a trap card, quick effect. You can send this card send this card and one other fairy monster so 2 cards negate something. Herald the green light. Send this guy, one other fairy monster to the graveyard, negate a spell. Negate effect monsters, him and something else on the field. Negate effect monsters. Normal. This is kind of junk. It's too much to it. This has to die twice a turn. Let's see. Discard this from your hand, add that Falconary whatever to the field. This card. Ooh, this is really good. So, as long as Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field and you counter something, this gets 500 points. And then you go get another trap card. Counter trap card. Except for damage, reveal one, draw a card, that's okay. But, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know about the comments in below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And let me know more details. Thanks, guys.